Hello everyone, welcome to RKP online classes. Today I Samiksha, I am going to deliver a lecture on your chapter number 5, that is solids, liquids and gases. So what are solids, liquids and gases? These are the three states of matter. Solids, liquids and gases are the three states of matter. Now the question will arise, what is matter? So before proceeding to these topics, solids, liquids and gases, we will understand what is a matter. So what is a matter? Matter is anything which occupies some space and has some weight. That is called a matter. Anything that you see around yourself which is occupying some space and has some weight is known as matter. The objects that you see around yourself, for example, the chair, table, your bag, fan, water, the oxygen, the gas that you breathe in, these all are the examples of matter because they occupy some space and has some weight. So what is a matter? Matter is anything which occupies space and has weight is called a matter. Question can be there that write two characteristics of a matter. So what are the two features or characteristics of matter? Anything which occupies space and has weight. Now, second topic is about the basic or smallest unit. So before going to understand the basic or smallest unit of matter, let's take few examples. First example is of room. Room is made up of bricks. Room is made up of many bricks. So we can say that one brick is the smallest unit of a room. Our room is made up of many bricks, so we can say one brick is the smallest unit of a room. Next example is our body. Our body is made up of many organ systems. These organ systems like digestive system, respiratory system, excretory system, these all are the organ systems. These organ systems are made up of organs. Fine? Like a respiratory system is made up of lungs, windpipe, etc. Excretory system is made up of kidneys, urethra, etc. So these organ systems are made up of few organs, and organs are further made up of tissues. Tissues are the group of cells. Group of cells is known as tissue, and the tissues are further made up of cell. So cell is the smallest unit of our body. Cell is the smallest unit of our body. This cell can't be divided into further smaller units. So we can say that cell is the smallest unit of our body. So these were the two examples by which we have understood about the smallest units. So now the question is, what is the smallest or basic unit of matter? Means by what thing matter is made up of. So matter is made up of atoms or molecules. Atoms or molecules are the smallest unit of matter. Means by atoms or molecules matter is made up of. So if the question is there, what is the smallest unit of matter? The answer will be atoms or molecules, or you can simply say molecules are the smallest unit of matter. Now we are going to study about solids, liquids and gases. What are these? These are the three states of matter, which we have already understood that what is a matter and what is the smallest unit of matter, that is a molecule. So now we will study about solids, liquids and gases in detail one by one with their properties. So first of all, let's start with the solids. So what are solids? What are their properties? First property is that the molecules are present very close to each other. Molecules, the smallest unit of the matter, that are present very close to each other, like this. Suppose this is the molecule, the smallest unit of the matter. The molecules are present very close, very tightly. Molecules are present very close to each other. Because molecules are present very close to each other, so the shape or size of solid is fixed. Second property is that solids have fixed shape or size. They don't change their shape or size. They have fixed shape or size. Third property is that they don't flow. They don't flow from one place to another by their own. But in some cases, like in the case of sprinkler, they don't flow by themselves from one place to another, but in the case of sprinkler, they come out of the tiny holes present in the sprinkler. For example, like salt powder, talcum powder that you use, they come out of the sprinkler through the tiny holes present in them. But solids don't flow. So these are the three properties of solids: that molecules are present very close to each other. Second, they have fixed shape or size. Third, that they don't flow. Now let's come to the liquids. First property of the liquids is that molecules are present away from each other. Here molecules were present very close. Now molecules are present away from each other. There will be some space in between the molecules in liquids. So molecules are present away from each other. Now they don't have fixed shape or size. They don't have their fixed shape or size, but they take the shape of container in which they are put. Suppose we have taken a glass of water. So if we pour that glass of water in a bowl, it will the water will take the shape of the bowl. And if we will transfer the water from bowl to a bucket, then it will take the shape of that bucket. So liquids don't have fixed shape or size, but they take the shape of the container in which they are put. Third property is that they can flow. They can flow from one place to another. Suppose if we have pour water at one place, they will flow from one place to another by itself. So these are the three properties of liquids: that molecules are present away from each other, they don't have their fixed shape or size, but they can take the shape of any container in which they are put. Third, that they can flow. Now, because liquids can flow, so we call them as fluids also. Another name of liquids is fluid because they can flow. Now, tell me some examples of solids and liquids. Yes, like chair, fan, bag, etc. These are the examples of solids. And few examples of liquids: water, milk, juice, etc. These are the few examples of liquids.